Today it's my great pleasure to talk to you about the connection bonus. This is an amazing bonus, and if you only work with this bonus, you can actually make yourself an incredibly good living in this business. So there's 32 million people in between the ages of 18 and 65 in South Africa. That's 32 million economically active people. Now 6 million of these people already have funeral policies, so they're not going to buy a funeral policy from us. 2 million of them already have AVBOB policies, so the chances are they're not going to buy a policy from us either. 9 million of these people, however, are employed but don't have a policy. And then, of course, there's 17 million unemployed people out there with no policy. So 26 million people to talk to. But what we're going to focus on for the connector bonus is we're going to focus on this 9 million people who have no policy and who have a job and can afford to take a policy. Now remember, everybody in South Africa needs a policy. This is a country where you can't pass away without having a policy in place, because who picks up the slack? Who pays for the burial? Who pays for the tombstone? Who does all of that? So it's the responsibility of every person in South Africa to have a funeral policy, so when that day comes, their family is cared for and looked after and things are going well. If you start looking around at who these 9 million people are, you'll find some of them are in your family. There'll be people in your family who have a job, don't have a funeral policy. Those are the first people that you need to tackle. First place to start. Then talk to your friends. Again, I guarantee you, amongst your peer group, you will find people who have a job, don't have a policy, and again, fantastic people to talk to. Then your co-workers, and I'm talking about the people you work with, or the people you sit in the bus with, or the people you meet in restaurants, or the people who you're in the taxi with. Anybody who you bump into every day, I guarantee you some of those people are going to be part of the 9 million. They have a job, don't have a policy, and you can just talk to them, engage them, tell them about the AVBOB products, get your link to them, and that is a great starting place. And then there's the social media side. If you reach out on your social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, all of the social media platforms, I guarantee you, you'll find loads of people, part of that 9 million people, who have got a job, don't have a policy. And then last but not least, everybody you speak to knows somebody who has got a job, doesn't have a policy. So you can get referrals. If you speak to 10 people and they each give you 10 referrals, tomorrow you've got 100 people to talk to. And that 100 people give you 10 referrals, you got 1,000 people to talk to. So there's never a shortage of people to talk to, because referrals is one of the most powerful ways to connect with people. Now, you are not limited to the number of people you are allowed to contact. If you've got the time and the energy, you can contact all 9 million of them if you want to. So there's no limit for you. You can go out there and connect with as many of them as you like. Now, how does it work? Step number 1, you need to log into your Dream Team back office. You've already part of the network, because you wouldn't be doing this training if you weren't. So now what you do is you log into your back office using the username and password you put in when you registered. And in your back office, you will find your Dream Team link. Now that link, when you give it to somebody and they click on that link and they register with that link, it means that if they ever buy a policy or they ever register as a connector in the system, they will automatically be in your team and you will earn the commissions based on that registration. So that link is absolutely critical. You must make sure you have that link and it's ready to go. Then what you do, and this is a very simple business, you send out your link. You send that personal link out to everybody that you can think of. And each time that link goes out, you have got another potential lead that could possibly buy an AVBOB policy. Now, when the person receives the link and they click on the link, a form is opened up and they fill in their details in the form. It's recommended that you help them do that, but they fill in their details, and then what happens is AVBOB takes over. So AVBOB calls that connection of yours. So you've made the connection, AVBOB calls them. They convince the connection to become an AVBOB customer. Now remember, AVBOB's got the #1 selling funeral policy in South Africa. So you're not selling them a rubbish thing, you're selling them the #1 policy in the country. So AVBOB will convince them to become a AVBOB customer. And then you earn commission based on that sale. You didn't have to make the sale. You didn't have to convince the person to take the product. You didn't have to do any of that. All you had to do is send out your link and make sure that the person filled in the form. AVBOB takes over and does the rest. This is an unbelievably simple business, guys. Send out your link, the person fills in the form, AVBOB does the rest, you earn money. How cool is that? Now, We are only talking about the connection bonus, and so I need to just explain some items around the connection bonus, and the first one is the timeline, because you need to understand how the process works. Bonuses are paid the month after the first payment of the premium is made. Your friend pays his premium, and the following month we get paid our commissions. So you send the link out in January, for example. Then the first payment would happen in February, which means that you would receive your commission in March. So that's how it works. Send the link in January, first payment in February, you receive your commission in March. Now the second thing is that the network bonus is dependent on the size of the policy the client takes out. So if your connection takes out a bigger policy, the network bonus is bigger. If they take out a smaller policy, it's smaller. So the higher the premium, the greater the network bonus. So let's say the person takes out the smallest premiums, 100 Rand a month, the network bonus would be 600 Rands. If they, for example, took out a 200 Rands premium, then it would be 1,100 Rands. At 300 Rands, it would be 1,700 Rands in network bonus. At 400 Rands, it would be 2,300 Rands. And then at 500 Rands, you get 2,880 Rands. So as you can see, the higher the premium, the more money you make. With a connection bonus, you earn up to 20% on every successful referral that you bring in. For example, a premium of 200 Rand would generate a network bonus of 1,100 Rands. The connection bonus is 20%, so the average connection bonus would be around 220 Rand. Now this is one of the lower premiums, so we're not going for the higher premiums, we're just talking here about the lower premiums. So now it's a numbers game. How many policies do you want AVBOB to sell for you? Well, that's dependent on how many links you send out. And this is just based on ratios. You need to work out what your ratios are, determine exactly how many links you need to send out to get how many sales. So let's look at the ratios of a typical beginner. When you're a beginner, you don't really know what you're doing. So you go out there, and on average, a beginner is doing about 25% in terms of having people click on their link and register for an AVBOB call. AVBOB's closing ratio for those people, let's say, could be somewhere around 50%. It's not exact, but it's somewhere around there. So if you send out 8 links, AVBOB would probably be able to do 2 calls and would generate a sale. For 8 links, you would get 220 Rands. So if you want to make 220 Rands, it's real simple. You send out 8 links. You do that again, get another 220 Rands. You do that a third time, you get another 220 Rand. Every time you send out 8 links, you're getting 220 Rands. Now that's as a beginner, but you can improve those ratios. With better leads, the closing ratio goes up. It could be as high as 75%. And with better leads, more people register for the AVBOB call. Let's say that could be 50%. How do you make that lead better? Well, it's not about the lead, it's about you. When you pitch this to them, you need to tell them about the product. So you need to know about your product. You need to help them register for the call. Be there to help them register for that. And then prepare them for what will happen when that call comes in. And then suddenly, on these ratios, you send out 8 links. It generates 660 Rands in connection bonus. So the better your lead is, the better you've prepared them, the better you've helped them get ready for the call, the more money you make. Send out 8 links. Make 660 Rands. Do that again, make another 660 Rands. And you can improve the ratios even more. With excellent leads, AVBOB can close as high as 90%. And with excellent leads and you doing your job properly, 80% of the people you talk to will register. I need to stress here that it's not actually the lead that is excellent. It's the job that you are doing that is excellent. The leads remain the same, but how you prepare them changes. The leads remain the same, but how you explain the business to them and how you explain the product to them and how you explain the call process to them and how excited you get them is what will move them from being a really bad lead to being a really excellent lead. And remember, your job is to make them an excellent lead. If you are feeding excellent leads to AVBOB, your money goes through the roof. So tell them about the product. Make sure they understand everything about the product so that they're excited about it. Help them register for the call. Sit with them when they're registering, making sure that registration process takes place. Prepare them for what will happen when the call comes in. And I mean, you could even be there when the call comes in if you want. Now suddenly, 8 links will generate you 1,320 Rands. Now, if you're working 5 days a week for a month, if you're connecting with 8 bad leads per day, then you will generate about 4,500 rands a month in commissions. If you are connecting with 8 average leads, in other words, you're doing an average job, you're not really selling the product to them, you would make around 13,000 rands a month. And if you were connecting with 8 excellent leads, in other words, if you were supplying AVBOB with 8 excellent leads a day, you would earn around 26,000 rand a month. And guys, I just want to point out that this is just on the connector bonus. This is just the connection bonus. We haven't even started talking about the other 4 bonuses which are to come. Now, it's a simple business. You connect with the people. You educate them about the product. You share your link with them. You help them register for the AVBOB call. You set the expectations so they know what's going to happen, and you allow the process to take its place. So once you've got the lead out there, once they've filled in the form, it's not your problem anymore, because AVBOB takes over and they actually do the sale. They bring the person on board, they collect the money, and they pay out the commissions. So this is pretty jolly exciting. I want to point out, we haven't signed up a single connector. We haven't added a single person to your network. Here, we are just focused on customers. These are people who just want the product, who don't necessarily want the business at all. You can always upgrade them to have the business down the line. But here you can get them in as a customer immediately without worrying about having to explain the business or anything. You tell them about the product, you give them the link, AVBOB makes the sale, you make some money. And this is only the first bonus we're talking about. This is just the connector bonus. There's 4 other bonuses to come. Now, are you limited to 8 leads a day? Could you do 16 leads a day? And what would that do to your income? Should you focus on customers? Yes. Yes, you should focus on customers, because not everybody wants to be a connector. Not everybody wants to be in network marketing. Not everybody thinks that this is a great way to make a living. So you want to focus on customers, because customers are everything. And then remember what I said. There are 9 million people out there, have a job, don't have a policy, need a policy. There are lots and lots of people who desperately want to talk to you and who want to take your product. Is this the only bonus? No. There's 4 other bonuses to come. We're talking about being able to make 26,000 rand a month on one bonus. We're not even talking about the other bonus, just this first bonus. Now remember, 8 excellent leads a day equals 26,000 rand a month. Can you earn 26,000 rand a month if you are not sending in excellent leads? Well, no, you can't. If you send in bad leads, you're going to earn bad money. That's just the way it is. And remember what I said, excellence is in your hands. It's not the customer who's excellent, it's you who's explained this whole process in an excellent way to them. So the excellence is on your side. If you're not working, do you think you'll make 26,000 rands? No. This is not a business of sign up 2 people and hope you're going to make money. This is a business of putting your back into it, going out there and working and earning incredible money. Again, this is just the first of the compensation elements. And if you work hard, you can earn 26,000 rand a month. So is it worth working hard? Yes, it is. You need to get out there. You need to be seeing at least 8 people every single day, connecting with them, giving out your link, making sure they're getting called by AVBOB and answering those calls. If you don't know your product, do you think you're going to make 26,000 rand? No, you won't. If you don't know your product, your leads are not going to be excellent, and AVBOB's not going to have a high closing ratio. If you aren't preparing your connector for the AVBOB call, do you think you make 26,000 rand? No, you won't. Obviously, you got to prepare your connector for the call. You cannot make big money if you're not consistent. You have to get up every day and you have to treat this as a job. Treat it as if you've got a job and get out every single day and find your 8 leads. And even if you just set yourself a target to find 8 connections, to get your lead out to 8 people, to talk to 8 people every day, even if that's all you do, you could do that in a couple of hours and then take the rest of the day off. But as long as you are consistently doing it, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and start again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and keep doing it and keep pushing out 8 leads every day, the income will come. Your money will skyrocket. You will be earning a substantial income. And remember, this is your own business. As a connector, this is your business. So if you don't work for your business will not generate money. So it's up to you to put in the effort and the energy and the work that you need to make this business work. So become an expert about the product. Learn the product backwards, forwards, sideways, upside down, inside out. Then learn how to connect with leads. We've got an advanced training course in the Dream Team back office, which you can go and do, which will teach you exactly how to connect with the lead, how to talk to them, and teach you everything you know. And then learn how to prepare your lead for that AVBOB call. Make sure that they are fired up so when that call comes in, they're ready to roll. And then learn how to use the AVBOB marketing material. Once you understand how to use the AVBOB marketing material and the Dream Team marketing material, it becomes a very, very simple business. So you are excellent at explaining the product, you're excellent at explaining how the AVBOB process works, you find great leads, you get them signed up, you get them to fill in the form, they get approached by AVBOB, and you start making money. And then learn how to get the most out of your social media. There are tons of books, there's tons of YouTube videos on how to make social media work for you. Learn how to do it. Again, the excellence is in your hands. If you are excellent, the leads will be excellent, your closing ratios will be high. And then please go into the back office, get into Dream Team, and complete that advanced training. For those of you who are serious about this business, who want to actually go out and make a lot of money, that advanced training is there specifically for you. It's been designed specifically for you to help you make a fortune in this business. So your strategy is to focus on connecting with 8 people a day. Remember, that's just 1 person per hour. Just 1 person an hour. You've got a whole hour to connect with 1 person. Just 1 connection an hour gives you those 8 connections and allows you to earn that kind of incredible money. Do this at least 5 days a week. This is your strategy. Be disciplined. Don't be one of those people who's got a wishbone and no backbone. Grow a backbone. Make sure that you're disciplined. Make sure that you're working hard. And then be consistent. Keep doing it. Because once the money starts to roll, it'll keep rolling. And then make sure your connections are prepared for the AVBOB sales call. So that is your strategy. And then you sit back and you watch your bank balance grow. That's what's so cool about it. You do this consistently and you will earn at least 26,000 Rand a month. So you consistently focus on excellence and your income is going to skyrocket. That's it for this particular training session. Remember, we've only spoken about the connection bonus. There's 4 other bonuses to come, and I'm going to be doing a course on each of those bonuses. But if you just focus on the connection bonus, just this one bonus, you can make yourself a very, very good living. If you were earning 26,000 Rand a month, I'm sure you can live very comfortably. So guys, that's it for this session, and I will see you in the next one.